that you don't want, before you get off the plane, you're going to rip those up and leave them there. Okay, but you want to put down everything you want in your career. You know, you want whatever it is for you, okay? Things that you think you'd want. Then you go to dual cultivation. Everything you want in a relationship. Everything that you want with a teacher. Everything you want in your school. Anything you want with your sweetie pie. Or however that is. However you see him or her or them or, you know, whatever it is, you write about that, okay? Then you talk about your family. You write all your goals for the family. How you want to be with your family, how you want your family to love you, how you want to love your family, how you want to interact with your family. You want to see your niece in the France, you want to see the other niece, you want one niece skinny, you want one fat, you want to, you know, whatever your plan is for you, you write all that down about your family. Then you write about your money, how much money you want, how you want the money to come in, if you want the money in pesos, if you want them in dineros, if you want them in whatever you want them in. If you want them in gold, it's best to get gold. If you could just, you don't even need any of them. Just give me the gold, you know. But anyway, you write down how much you want, when you want it, and instead of saying, I want it from my job, you'd say, I want it from multiple sources. I want multiple sources of income. I want something to pay me from here and something there and a check to come, you know, just whatever you want for your finances. How much money? Okay, now we're going to go 3, 1, 2, 3, 4. Now, your spiritual goals. What your relationship is with your Creator. What your relationship is with whatever higher power you have. Do you want to do meditation? Do you want to do, you know, what do you want to go to church? Do you want the people from the church to come to you? Do you want to just meet your meditation teacher? Do you want to become everything about spirit? Do you want to meet gurus? Do you want to meet saints, sages? You want to meet the Pope? I'm going to tell you a story about the Pope. There's this lady that I know, and she went to her hairdresser. And she said to her hairdresser, oh, I've got some good news. I'm going to the Vatican. I'm going to Rome, and I'm going there, and I'm staying at the best hotel. I'm staying at the Basile de Florence. So her hairdresser said, you know, I've stayed at that hotel, and that hotel is really not that nice, and the service isn't really good, and you're going to have a horrible time at that hotel. And she said, oh, well, I heard it was good. So he said, you're not going to enjoy it at all. She said, well, I'm eating at a very exclusive Italian restaurant with the best food in all of Rome. And she told him the name, and he said, oh, I know it, dear. I've eaten there. The food is horrible. The service is horrible, and you're not going to enjoy it at all. I had an indigestion, and you've picked the worst place. And she said, oh, my, I didn't know. And he said, well, what else are you going to do there? She said, oh, we're going to go see the Pope. He said, you're going to see the Pope. The Pope's going to look this big because there's so many people and you're going to be so far away. You're going to see this little miniature Pope. You get a better shot on television. He's bigger on television. She said, well, okay. So she left and she went to Italy and she stayed for 6 weeks. And she came back, and of course, it's time to get her hair cut again. So she went to see her hairdresser, and he said, oh, how was the trip? And she said, well, it was amazing. I was just amazed. She said, you were right. I went to the hotel, and the hotel was under construction. So what they did is they put us in a special suite. It was incredible. We had like 4 rooms and a suite, and they had someone who came up every morning and brought fresh flowers. There was always fruit in the room, and the manager came up every day to check on us. It was so wonderful. And he went, wow, well, that's very nice. And she said, and the restaurant, wow, the restaurant that we were going to, the guy, the manager of the hotel, that's his brother. So they invited us to the restaurant for guests, and it was just wonderful. And the food was great, and it was just, it was marvelous. It was the best food I've ever had. Wow. And he went, oh. And she said, there's one more thing. It's very exciting. We're standing in line to get through because we wanted to see the Pope because he was going to do Mass. And it was a Sunday morning Mass, and it was just about 2 days before Easter. And someone tapped us on the shoulder, and they said, we have special room for 4 people, and we'd like you to come up and meet the Pope. She went, wow, meet the Pope, could you imagine? This is beyond my life's dreams. So he said, well, what happened when you met the Pope? She said, well, I met the Pope, and he gave me all these blessings. And she said, and then he said, what did he say to you? He said, you're a lovely person, you're going to live, you're going to prosper, you're going to be very spiritual, but that's the worst haircut I have ever seen. So that's my Italian joke. So you have to be careful what you say to people. Okay?
Right.
So that's the spiritual part, very strong on what you're going to do with spirit. Okay, 5. And then the next part of the goal that you want to set is you want to set the goal for influential people, who you'll meet. You know, maybe you'll meet the Pope. Maybe you'll meet, his cousin. You never know who you'll meet. You might meet But anyway, influential people and travel. Whenever you travel, you always meet interesting people, right? Because you go here and you meet people.
Yeah, always. So how is the order? 1 is what?
1 is fun.
Fun?
Yeah.
2?
Is shoe.
3rd, no? Yeah. 3rd.
3 is tree.
No.
Yeah, 3 is tree.
The 3?
Yeah, 3 is tree.
4?
4 is core. Core, like an apple. The core of the apple.
Mm-hmm. 5th?
5 is alive. 6 is thick. Thick. Gordo. 7 is heaven.
7?
8 is gate. And 9 is divine. This is called a pakwa. 8 sides. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And in the middle is the yin-yang sign. So yin-yang is balance. Fire is red, water is blue. So it's the balance of the fire and the water. If you're too yang, that means there's too much heat, everything burns up, dries out the water, and you have multiple problems, backaches, your system dries out, your skin wrinkles, too much yang, too much energy, brittle, and you're always hurting yourself. Oh, my neck. Or if you've got too much yin, too much water, you're like, always tired. There's no fire, no energy, no juice. You can't do anything. Hi, how are you? I'm okay. I got no energy. So the idea is balance yin and yang. So when we're talking about the pakwa, as far as goal setting, we're talking number 1 on the bottom. This is the career. Okay, so we're looking at career. So this is number 1. Number 2, up in this corner, in the right-hand corner, this is part of the feng shui. So we're looking at feng shui. So let's say we lay this down like this, and this would be the front door where we walk in our house. Like in this room, there's the door. So here's the front door. So the front door, that's my career, 1. And then in this part of the room, or this part of the house, this is dual cultivation, our relationships, our whatever we want in our relationship. Now, then we go to 3, which is family. So this is the family part of the pakwa, or the family part of your house. Okay? And then 1 up is your money. In the middle is the spirit. You know, this is your relationship with the Creator, with God, with the source. So you said, does religion come in? Religion's something that man said, oh, I feel so good. Let's all. If you do this, you'll feel good too. And then they made some type of religion. And sometimes religions are made to control people. And then if you can't do this, and you have to do this, and you can only eat no meat on Friday. Now we decided to change. You can eat meat on Friday. What's that about? Either you eat meat or you can't eat meat.
Yeah.
But we changed it. We went, I don't like that. And we do that. We do it over again. This is the Bible according to St. James. Okay, right? So you heard of that Bible? So we're St. John, who is it? Saint somebody, one of those saints. Changed it. Oh, King Edward, which one? King James Version? The King James Version of the Bible. That means he read the Bible. There were things in it he didn't like, so he said, according to me, we're going to take this out and put this in, and here's the new Bible. So a lot of times when we get into religion, and I'm not saying religion's wrong or bad, but religion is a certain dogma, and if we're following that dogma, we're not, maybe we're not following the rules of the universe. Heaven, earth, Creator, you know. Thou shalt not kill, unless they take our piece of property, then we can kill them. An eye for a tooth and a, you know, whatever that is. An eye for an eye. An eye for, you take my tooth and poke you in the eye. Something like that. Okay. 1, career. 2, relationship, dual cultivation. 3, family. 4, money. 5, spirit. 6, it's kicks, right? Okay. The reason I gave you those numbers is just so you remember. This is about travel and influential people. Move up 1. This is your goals, your projects, your legacy. Over here is self-cultivation. And over here is your success. So, if you're over here and you're meeting influential people and you're traveling, right through spirit, it goes up to money. If you're working on your career, that brings you through spirit to your success. Okay, if you're working with your family and all that, that brings you through spirit to your legacy, what you leave. Okay, if you're working on, if you want a relationship, you don't work on the relationship, you work on yourself. You get your everything together. You get your, you know, you get your body together, you get your diet together, you get what you want for you together, because somebody doesn't want to come to you if you're weak and unless they want to control you. Oh, come here, you little weakling, I'll put you in a leash. You're so delicious. Roll over. Okay. So, but if you're together, if you know what you want, if your body's together, if your head's together, if it's all that, you're going to bring in the relationship you want. So it all goes through spirit. Everything goes through spirit. So it's your relationship with the source or the energy. So that's why we do meditation. We do meditation to tune into the source. Once we're tuned into the source, we're able to pull all that in. So this is a big part of the feng shui and a way to set your goals and bring the things that you want in your life for your well-being, happiness, health. Any questions?
Which one is the little corner?
This little corner?
No, the other one.
This one?
The up.
Up. This one's probably one you forgot about. This is money.
Money, that's the one. She doesn't need it anymore. She doesn't have.
Yeah. This is the money.
Okay.
This is dinero. This is money. This is pesetas. This is geld. This is a good one.
That's the goal, the stars.
Well, it's not the goal because look at if your family's out of sorts, and you're not getting along with family, and you're fighting with family, and this whole thing, and you haven't seen anybody in years, that means you're not able to create a legacy. Most likely your projects don't work. You know, it's a big thing. If you're never traveling, you're staying in the same little circle and you never get out of town, you meet the same people, you interbreed, and you have funny looking children. No, that's not it. When you're traveling, you bring yourself influential people, you bring yourself more opportunities, you start to bring more money in your life. You know, it's not about the cash, but it's, you know, who knows what you're going to meet in France or what you're going to do. I mean, I might move to Switzerland and meet the girl who makes Swiss Miss chocolate and move there. You know that one? The Swiss Miss girl? Yeah. Yeah. You never know.
Never.
Yeah, right. Or that. So anyway, when I'm looking at going on this trip, I'm looking to meet people, right? Hi, how are you? I mean, I'm a little bashful, but not so bashful. I mean, I might say hello to somebody. Hi.
No.
Yeah, I might say hello. You know, chances are I'll say hello to people.
That's not way.
Yeah, chances are good. I'll meet people, I'll say hello to people, I'm a this, and now this, and who are you, and da, and here's my card, and how nice to meet you. So I plan on meeting a lot of people and having a lot of fun. I'm staying at a hotel with only 11 rooms, and they're all going to the clinic. Well, you know I'm going to meet those 11 people.
Of course.
And those 11 people are coming from all over the world for different things in their health. Longevity, maybe they have cancer, maybe they have this, whatever. They're going there to get healthy. Well, that's my boogie. I'm a healthy type of talking doctor. And I'm going to get some treatments because it would be a shame to go to the well, you know, Lourdes, and not drink a little water, you know.
Yeah.
Even though I'm not, you know, I haven't been brought up Catholic, I have a drink, right? I have a painter.
I have a question about that.
Yeah, which one?
So the yang is the red, and the yin is the blue.
Right.
And they also represent our internal organs.
Well, it represents fire and water. So the basic diagnosis in Chinese medicine, the first I need to find out, are you very hot or are you cold? You know, if you have too much heat in your body, then usually you have too much fire. You know,
Oh,
so what
hot.
we need to do is I won't treat the heart to take away the fire. I'll treat the kidneys to bring in more water. Yeah, to balance out. If there's no energy at all, you know, I might treat the fire energy to bring more fire into the system to get things going. Sometimes a person will be they'll be constipated, and it's not that they're constipated because things aren't moving. They don't have any fire. There's no fire to burn up the food. So, you know, you give them different herbs that are a little more heating. But if you give them too hot of herbs, dries everything up and they get constipated. So it's a balance. We're looking at constant balance. How do we balance things in our life? So when you have